TinkerCAD tips. Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be episode number 3 in my series on making these multicolor, multi-object designs in TinkerCAD from images that we've downloaded from the internet. Now, if you've missed parts 1 and 2, just click through to my profile. There'll be the videos just before this one. In parts 1 and 2, I went over a number of things. For instance, I showed you here how to find my profile in TinkerCAD, and I allowed you to download some of the designs that I've made here in TinkerCAD. You can use these in your own projects. I showed you where to find all of these. I also showed you how to go to Google and to find good images that you could use for this, ones that have colors that don't blend or bleed together, that are possibly PNG format, which is the best, images like this one. And we use this one for our little project, this piglet design here. This was a pretty good one. This is the one that we used in our example. I also showed you how to use this PNG to SVG website. We could take our image, break it down into its separate colors, and download the SVG so we could use it in Inkscape. I showed you where to download the Inkscape program so you can run it on your own computer. So let's jump back over to where we were in our design. This is what we had so far. We started bringing in some of the elements, the separated colors for this piglet, and we had just finished bringing in this SVG. And note here that there's a lot of remnants. This is kind of an artifact from that PNG to SVG site, but let me show you how to get rid of some of this excess here. For this, we're going to use the sketch tool, and if you've never used the sketch tool before, I suggest you learn how to use it. It's a really great tool, very powerful. You can make your own shapes and designs in it. I'm going to be using it here for the purpose of getting rid of all of these remnants. So I have the part, this SVG that I brought in. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on the sketch tool, and we're going to drop it on the work plane. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Now for this, I want to make sure that my snap grid is set to off. And we're going to do this in straight line mode. And what I'm going to do is just draw around the parts that I want to keep. We're going to be turning this into a hole shape, and I'll show you how that works. This doesn't need to be exact. I'm dropping these points by clicking on the left mouse button. I'm going to go around this. And at the end, I'm going to close it by clicking on the first one. Move over to this ear. I'm going to hit the letter P for pen, or I can click on this icon over here. We'll do the same thing. We'll draw around it by dropping these points. Now, if you happen to drop a point that you don't want, you can always hit the delete key. That'll delete the last point that you dropped. You can redraw it then. We'll move around here. We'll get to the last point, close that off. Now we'll do the nose. P for pen, or click on the icon over there. We'll draw around the nose. And there we go. I have the 3 parts that I want to keep. I'm going to click on Finish Sketch. Now, the part that we just drew is in blue. I'm going to turn this into a hole shape. I'm going to come over here, and this little white square at the top here, I'm going to drag this up a bit to make this a bit taller. Now, here's where the magic happens. I'm going to zoom out a bit here. Now I'm going to take a cube over here, and I'm going to drop it on the work plane down in this corner. And I'm going to grab a corner, and I'm going to stretch it to cover all of that. You'll see why in a moment here. Now that cube is selected. I'm going to hold down Shift and I'm going to click on that hole shape we made in the sketch tool. And then I'm going to either click on Control G or the Union Group tool up here. Now I'm going to turn that. I'm going to click on hole shape here. Now that's all a hole. And I'm going to use the left mouse button and I'm going to drag and select those two. The hole that I made and then the pink SVG that we brought in. And I'm going to union group those, either Control G or clicking on the icon up here. Now we have just the parts that we want to keep. Again, I have my snap grid set to off. We're going to move these into place. Now for this, I'm going to zoom in. And using the keys on the cursor keys on the keyboard, I'm going to move this into place here. Now note that there's a little bit of a gap. And it might be a little hard to see here. There's a little bit of a gap between the pink and the black. Now don't worry about that. We're going to fix that at the end, where we're going to turn the black part into a silhouette and use these colored parts to cut properly shaped holes into that silhouette so that there is no gap between these parts. All right, let's zoom back out. Let's move on to our next part. I'm going to click on Import again, choose File. There's the pink part that we just brought in. Let's select the next one. This came from Path 2. I'm going to click Open. I'm going to click on Art. Now remember, we were doing this at 75% scale. We're going to import that. Now, in order to get the color right, we're going to jump back over here to Inkscape again. We still have this open. I'm going to click on my Layers and Objects, and that pink part was Path 2, what we're bringing in. I'm going to select that. I'm going to click on that Object Properties, and I showed you how to do this in tutorial number 2. And I'm going to hover over the color here. I'm going to make note of that code, FACDCE. I'm going to click on Color. I'm going to highlight that, FACDCE. And our color is right there. And notice there's all these remnants. So I'm going to have to do the same thing to this one. So I'm going to jump to that. I'm going to use the same method that we did to the ears. I'm going to use the sketch tool to cut off all of this excess. So I'll do that and I'll bounce right back. All right, there's my finished sketch. I'm going to turn that into a hole. I'm going to grab this center white box here. I'm going to drag it up. And just like before, I'm going to bring out this cube here, drop it. I'm going to stretch it over that part, shift select the hole, union group that, turn that into a hole, select those two parts, and union group that. So there we have the pink part of it. And just like before, we'll move this into place. We'll zoom in. And using our cursor keys, we can sort of align this within the black outline that we have. Alrighty, so this is going to be the end of part 3. I hope you join me for part 4, where I continue this. As always, like, follow, and repost. Drop me a comment. And I hope to see you on the next one. Happy tinkering!